Hello everyone, happy you could be here. Let's dive in. Sit at My Grave, Season 3, Ego's Death, Chapter 12. Sharp riffs, a deep bass, crashing sounds of drums keeping the beat. A voice merged from the edge of low guttural to a high-pitched scream, mixed and blurred to an earphone. One side smelled on the air, while the other was pushed off. They weren't timed, but the glances at the door left a gate were so often they seemed to be. One hand gripped into a chewed pencil while writing, the other tapped against the desk, following the rhythm of the music. Everything seemed to keep repeating. The eraser got smaller, the paper got messier. Things that seemed so easy and now so hard to focus on. Why do you always start something with me? It's getting so I can't speak with you without you having some emotional outburst. A loud booming voice sounded. Another glance at the door. Movement stopped briefly. I'm not having an outburst. A strained voice followed it. Oh, well then, what would you call it? Honestly, normal functioning adults don't act like this. What is wrong with you? What did I marry? He berated in disgust. Please don't talk to me like this, she pleaded, sounding a bit more weakened. Now you get to dictate how I speak? Who do you think you are? He snapped. I'm your wife. I think I deserve some respect. She struggled to fight back. Respect? Respect? What have you done for respect? You got everything you wanted. You have the easiest job here at the house, and you can't even do that right. Seriously, what's wrong with you? Continued. Stop it! Just stop! Why are you doing this to me? Why do you always do this? What happened to us? She screamed. Her heart breaking cut straight through her words as she attempted to speak. There you go, making it dramatic again. Trying to act like this is a problem we both caused. You know very well what happened. You and that boy caused it, he snarled. The work had stopped. The headphones were well off by now. The pencil was being clutched. His gaze glued to that door. He was out of his seat, holding a heated breath. He didn't cause anything. It's your actions, Rinling exclaimed. My actions? My actions were fine before. He's the blight of our lives, and you aren't making it any better, Easton shouted. Don't say that. He can hear you, Rinling whined. So let him. He knows he's not supposed to be here, Easton replied. Rinling winced. It's your fault for bringing it up anyway. Why don't you focus on us for once? You've been a terrible wife, Easton yelled. You are hurting me, Easton. Stop saying things like that, she gurgled. Raise your voice at me again, and I'll really give you a reason to cry, he threatened. Those will crash following that. Finally, the strength seemed to be broken. Not alone with the work and music, the room had been abandoned, a snapped pencil left on the floor. And here he is. Aren't you supposed to be studying? Easton spat nastily, saying Reed had stopped after he rushed into the room. His heart began calming a bit, saying Easton had only knocked over some things from the coffee table. He kept note of the length between him and Renly before stepping over his range of view, having Renly behind him instead. It's too loud to study, Reed commented, his eyes locking with Easton's. Though he had trouble with this before, and still felt weary from time to time, there was a certain wave of courage that surged up in him when he felt he had to shield his mother, regardless of if he was told off by either parent for it. Too loud? Easton scoffed. It's not too loud when you're playing that guitar in my house. I'd rather listen to nails on a chalkboard than hear you play that thing again, Easton fussed, eyeing over Reed. Reed kept his face still and straight. He learned that what made Easton the most angry was his lack of an upset reaction when he verbally assaulted him. Good thing I'm not playing it for you, then, Reed mumbled his response. With the way you're going, you won't be playing it for anyone, Easton spat before laughing maliciously, causing the slightest wince in Reed. Boys, let's just calm down. When he spoke just above a whisper, she came closer, but kept herself behind Reed as much as she could. If you'd like to talk to me, we can speak alone, Easton said, folding his arms, glaring at Reed expectantly. Why do I need to leave the room? I can hear you in mine anyway, Reed challenged back. You are such a brat! I've wasted my time and money, and this is the thanks I get? Disrespect? You untalented waste! Go back to your room right now! Easton came closer, shouting in his face. Reed briefly broke the eye contact, feeling his body shudder before inwardly tensing. He cursed himself for it, knowing Easton would take that as a win, that he still wasn't as strong as he needed to be. Reed didn't think the reaction came from fear completely. He wouldn't say he was afraid of anyone at that point. He and Easton had a history as any father and son would. He didn't always speak to Easton that way. There was a time where he really tried hard to get close to him. Even now, he couldn't confidently say he hated Easton. He wasn't sure if he ever would. But he hated the way he yelled. He hated how he would act. He hated how he treated his mother. And he hated that he took so much credit for what he did for the family. He wasn't a deadbeat father, but him and Easton both knew his efforts, both emotionally and financially, were lacking. Not from being unable. Reed was always picking up the slack in some way or another.